three of the drivers are going to be competing for a championship tonight in the booth. Before we get things started, we got Nobes and Speed. Before we get a chance to introduce those that are going to be competing for this championship tonight, Nobes, are you ready for tonight's race?
Oh, I am psyched up. I love the truck series. I find it's better than the Xfinity series in all aspects, so I'm super stoked for this race.
And of course, not only that, but we also have Xfinity driver, Speed Racer, Speed. Are you ready for the championship race at Las Vegas?
Absolutely. I know how much these two want this championship, and it's going to come down to this one race, and it'll be fun to see how they determine that.
Absolutely. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce you guys to the three men that are going to be competing for tonight's championship. Let's go ahead and start things off with the one, the only, TGS Predators. Predators, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Next up, we have Mr. Captain Jack. Jack, how's it going, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Doing good. And of course, last but certainly not least, you've heard him get a chance to broadcast the Cup Series races, Shake and Bake. Shake, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing good. So yeah, I want to go ahead and congratulate all three of you guys on making it to this far. I mean, you finally made it to the championship race here. TGS Predators, I'm going to start off with you. You are currently 48 points for you to be able to get a chance to win this championship. I mean, you pretty much have a lot you got to be able to work on tonight. So yeah, talk about the amount of pressure that's on you before this race tonight.
I don't know if there's a lot of pressure on me, because if you're to think about it realistically, I don't think there's a chance for me to win. But there's definitely going to be a lot of times where I'm going to be helping my teammate to help him win, because we definitely want to see him beat the other teams. So that would be the priority of the night.
And of course, Jack, I mean, we're also talking to you as well. I mean, you're 11 points and underneath right now, but yet you have shown how incredible you've been the entire season, especially throughout this chase. How much would it mean for you to get a chance to win this championship tonight?
I mean, it makes the season worth it, and come down trucks to compete, and pull it, basically be a John Hunter.
And of course, Shake and Bake, I want to get a chance to start off with you as well, is that you have been battling with Jack. You've seen a lot of battles between you two as of late. I mean, how does it feel to get a chance to be in the spot where you're at against not only Jack, but also Predators as well?
Yeah, it's been really fun battling with Jack and TGS, especially with Jack because he is a former Cup Series driver and winner. But yeah, it's good to be in the spot I am in, and I can go for 2 titles in a row.
I mean, what more can you get a chance to ask for, especially with how much of an amazing run you've had throughout the entire season? Before we get to any questions, we'll go ahead and have Nobes, who I know who has some questions. So Nobes, take it away.
Yeah, congrats again to all three of you making it this far. It's a different format this year than we're used to, that we're just doing a total points thing for the playoffs. And I mean, it's come down to pretty much 2 of you, but 3 of you mathematically still in it. So I'll start with TGS as well. And obviously, being 48 points back, realistically, there's probably not a chance of this. But do you consider this a successful season for you?
Oh, definitely. I came in telling my team owners that we were going to be a playoff contender, and here we are all the way through the end to the championship race, still being competitive. So I'm sure everyone will be happy, and I'm definitely happy for the position we have.
Yeah, for sure. You have definitely been consistent all season long, and 2 wins is nothing to shake your head about. Jack, you are 11 points back of Shake heading into the final race here. How do you feel about this track in Vegas? Do you like it as a finale race?
I enjoy Vegas a lot. It just depends on if we get green flag racing or cautions and what you set your truck up for, whether you run the high lane or bottom lane. Gives you options.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think you have for Shake tonight? Do you think you'd be able to beat the 6-time winner this year and take the championship from him?
I think I can, but it's going to take help from teammates and all that. And try and take away as many points as I can from them.
Yep. And last question for you: what will you be willing to do to win this championship?
Ask Joker, he knows what to do.
I love it. Perfect answer. Okay, that's all I have for that too. And Shake, how you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Are you loose, ready for this race?
Yeah, it should be a fun one.
Yeah.
Interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. You know, you've definitely dominated this season. Every race, it seems like you're at the front. And it's been very awesome to watch the season for you, because I haven't seen anybody dominate like this since Joker Heredia, but it's been incredible to watch you do what you do. Questions for you. What I got? Same questions pretty much for Jack. Like, what are you willing to do if it comes down to you or him near the end of the race? Are you willing to move him for the championship?
It really depends on how the points are coming down to the end. If I am below, I'm obviously gonna do what it takes.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Jake, what do you got?
I was going to say, there's one guy who hasn't been really saying much, but yeah, I think his mind has turned to a blank, like a blank paper. But Speed Racer, have you thought of anything?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask my old buddy pal over there, the GMS there, good old Shake and Bake. How do you feel like set up on the long run wise, since Vegas can be such a Tetris track in the long run, especially off of the exits of the turns?
Yeah, that's my truck is better on the long run, just the way it's set up. I have pretty good throttle control, so I'm able to not really get loose off the corner, center off. So long runs should be my strength.
And lastly, are any of you worried about internet connection issues tonight?
No.
No.
That would suck.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, we seen that with Jack last week.
Yeah.
And that
Don't
was
jinx
not
it.
fun. Oh.
Alright, so I got something really interesting I want to ask for all three. Predator, can start off with you. Regardless of what happens tonight, what's the one positive thing you can say about this season?
I think this truck series is getting better. It's definitely better than it was last season. I know I'm kind of new here. It's only my second season, but I can definitely say this season is better than last season, so we're improving.
Alright. Jack, what about you? Regardless of what happens tonight, what do you what's the one positive thing you can say about this season?
Being competitive and leading points, I guess, majority of the season. We've been just going back and forth with Shake.
Oh, and of course, Shake and Bake, what about you? Regardless of what happens, what's the one positive thing you're going to remember about this season?
Just the amount of wins I got this season, and the battles I've had with Jack, TGS, Ghost, and more, and just how far I've made it. It's a different points format, and you really had to stay consistent. And if I can finish this race off strong, I just want to point out I'll only have one race outside the top 5.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, what more can you say? I mean, talk about really incredible truck season that we've had, and I'm glad that we get a chance to end things off at a crazy track like Las Vegas. There is one person that just now joined, and we'll see if he'll have any questions. Thank Booty Flakes. You got any questions for our top 3 here?
No, I just came to listen. I was chilling.
Very well said. Very well said. But either way, though, I don't know if both Nobes or Speed has any more questions. But if we have any questions being sent from the league or anyone from Discord, I will say on behalf of myself, Speed Nobes, you three have done phenomenal this entire season. And regardless of what happens tonight, you guys have made a really huge standard for the Truck Series and made it really incredible. So congratulations to all three of you for making this far.
I also want to give a quick shout out, since you were in here. Happy belated birthday to Shake. That was earlier in the week. He's going to be running for a championship the same week as that, so I'm sure that'll be pretty interesting to note if anything happens with that.
Definitely would put the icing on the cake for sure.
Cake birthday. I get that. I get it.
Jesus. But yeah, we'll definitely have to see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I don't have much to add to that. I'm just looking forward to watching you guys do what you do and putting on a show for everybody that's going to be watching the stream tonight.
Absolutely. Is there any more questions? Nose, do we got anything?
No, not really.
Alrighty.
Unless, like, I could mention,
Yeah.
what are you guys thinking for the first two stages? How aggressive are you going to be early?
Really just depends on the pace and where everybody's running. You don't know until you get there.
I mean, not have to be aggressive because I gotta take as many points away from Shake as possible. Being down 11,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough but doable.
That was a late, great. Well, I wouldn't say late. Well, he says he came from his dad, Walter Gretzky, but you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And I'm assuming there'll be some shots thrown. So, I'll have to see how that plays out.
Absolutely. I got a question as well, and we'll see if we got any more. But what's the one way to describe tonight's race for any of our viewers that are going to be watching this tonight? Predator, will start off with you. What's the one thing people can expect in this race tonight?
The high line's gonna work. A lot of people say the low line's better, but the high line's gonna work. So look out for passing up tops.
All right, Jack. What's the one thing our viewers should expect to see tonight?
And a lot of dumb moves from people that you wouldn't expect, and probably a new face or two up front.
All right. Shake and Bake. What about you? What's the one thing that people should expect to see tonight?
Like TGS said, people ripping the top, the middle, the bottom. It's a multi-groove track, so it produces good racing.
All right, Speed, Nobes, you got any more questions?
Now, since you claim it's a low, middle, and top track, are we expecting any slide jobs tonight? As cliche as that might be by now.
I don't know, we'll have to wait and see.
I'm not gonna call anybody out, but you know what they're talking about.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, hey, we definitely do appreciate you guys for taking the time before qualifying. We'll be starting here in just a few short minutes. On behalf of myself, Speed and Nobes, we do wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll definitely see you guys after the race. So good luck to you guys.
Yeah, see you later. Thanks for doing the booth.
No problem. Hey, we'll see you guys later. So yeah, good luck, Jim. All right, that was our competing for the championship. We'll definitely take a look as far as the points wise after the race. But yet, that was Shake and Bake, Jack, and TGS Predators. What more can you ask for? But yet, coming up next, it is our coverage of the start of championship week here in the Hennessy Performance League at Las Vegas for the Truck Series starting off tonight. And of course, tomorrow night, the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series will finish things off. But yeah, hey, until the truck race, on behalf of Noob, Speed Racer, and of course, Thank Booty Flakes, I am Code Red Dude saying so long, and we'll see you here in just a few short moments.